What's up, guys? Welcome back to the spoilers. Almost said podcast. We just did it. Spoilers. Where we're going to wrap up with the last few that we've seen and check them out. Now, usually when we're doing these, I'd say if you're excited about what you're seeing, head over to Happy Little Hug Factory and pre-order the new set. The pre-orders are done, and the set should be coming out. I guess when are you releasing this, Colin?
Well, the set comes out Friday, Oscar.
Yeah, I said when you're releasing this video, so I'm trying to get at. Jeez.
Oh, this video's coming out Monday?
So either way, at the end of the week, you guys can get the new set. But if you head over to Happy Little Hug Factory, you can actually find singles up for pre-order right now, where you can go grab some of the cards for certain ones you're looking for. And that's about it, right? You can get the starter deck still. Those are still there.
Yeah, they have all of the singles on the website, whereas TCG Player may not have all of the singles listed as of right now, I don't think. But if you go to Happy Little Hug Factory, they have all the singles up for pre-order. So make sure if you know already what deck you want, to go ahead and get those pre-ordered, just in case they do one of those big jumps in price again and all that. So get it while you can.
Yeah. So we're going to get started here. I'll start off with Marybell. It's a blue-green, 600/600. Resonator human machine. Enter, search your deck for a machine, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. And then for a blue, and discard this card. Search your deck for a card named Marybell Type 0. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Remove this card in your graveyard from the game. Put a soul counter on a Marybell Type 0 you control.
So Oscar,
this is super strong.
Yeah, no, I think this is really, really cool. It's probably the best Regalia search that we've gotten for, all of the Regalia stuff combined. Percival and Percival.
Is it just good in general to be a machine that searches another machine out for two cost 6/6?
No, probably not.
Oh, the enter effect? Oh, yeah, no, that's good. Shut up, Joey.
I disagree.
It doesn't say, it says that you search the deck for a machine, so you can, if you're looking for a Lancelot, right, just go hunt it out.
Yeah,
it allows you
that Machina you need. It just hunt them out.
It helps with that fixing for that infinite combo if that's not fixed. That we'll talk about in a sec, but it's just searching for any machine. It's not like, hey, search for a human or a blue card. It's just just search for a machine. Period. I just think is really solid.
Yeah, I don't know. I never felt like searching stuff was that amazing. I will say the reason I do like this is because you can search for the Regalia.
And it can search for machine editions.
Yeah. I feel like. So I've argued this with Oscar, but I feel like it's a half and half of whether or not you want to hard cast this or discard her. Personally, I like hard casting her more. For one more green, you get a 6/6 body, and you still get to search for the Regalia. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But
no, I think it's super solid.
I definitely agree.
Wait, is Marybell Type 0 a machine?
Yes, she is, right?
I thought she was Regalia.
Have we seen her yet?
I thought she was a machine Regalia. No, we hadn't, but we already.
Well, we had seen it on it was released in English somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about have we seen it in our spoiler videos?
But I mean,
we'll talk about it in a minute.
She's a machine. Spoilers.
Yeah, she is Regalia machine.
Next card, Joey.
Man, I feel like we're being disingenuous now. We're we already know what putting a soul counter on her does. Also, anyways, are we doing remote control?
Talk about it in this video.
Are we doing remote control?
So I'll go over. So we got a reprint of Remote Control Beast, which is bonkers, especially with machine token generation.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's pretty interesting.
Got our Magic Stone of Deepwood reprint, and after that's reprint. And next up, Joey.
Wander in the Nightmare Land. Hold on. We didn't cover Huanglong, though, did we?
Yeah, it's doing a weird skipping thing.
You're right. Yeah, it totally skipped.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Did it skip a whole bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
It did.
It skipped Marybell.
But if you kept tapping it, eventually got back to it again.
Yeah.
It's this weird loopy thing.
Oh, weird. Oh, this is going to be a pain to edit now. Okay, so next up is the robot.
Marybell is recycling robot. He's a 3 cost, 2 blue and a green. I say I'm saying it right, Colin. 800 resonator machine. Enter, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Put a 200 water machine resonator token into the field for each machine discarded this way. If this card was awakened, draw 2 cards. Awakening, remove 2 machines in your graveyard from the game.
So this is a potentially draw 4 cards, discard 2 cards, which are probably 2 machines that you're discarding, which become tokens onto the field that are machines.
Yeah.
Or 3.
It seems pretty
That could be
interesting.
really solid.
Yeah, and hopefully getting two of the 2/2 tokens is pretty good. It's
And
like
then
a
you
3
grab
cost.
2. You're hopefully discarding 2 Marybellas as well, so they're in your graveyard, so you can get those soul counters on your regalia and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't think you run a bunch of these, but
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Handful of 'em. I like the draw cards, especially because it's like it's draw 2 then discard 2 and then it's like draw 2 more, so it's like you get to go through four cards in your deck, which is like crazy amount of digging potential.
Yeah. Also, someone said this looks like Chibi Robo, and it does. 100%.
Pretty fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. Next, a reprint of Marybella's work once again.
Wait, no,
Super-
no.
Yeah, it's about that.
That's a skipping.
I could still go over it. It's just a reprint. Now,
Okay.
no, we want you to edit more, Colin. Okay,
I
fine.
just-
You
I
got
feel
your
like
wish. I'm editing
if
more.
you
You got
keep-
your wish.
if
You
you
don't
keep-
have to edit more.
Go ahead. Oh, it's
It's-
the
Go ahead.
It's seriously.
Blaine Lawn. It's a green-red 5/5 God Beast. This card gains 2/2 for each 4 sacred beasts you control. Also, the art for this is so cool. Enter. Reveal cards from the top of your deck and to reveal 4 sacred beasts resonator that doesn't share a name with resonators you control. Put the card into the field and shuffle the rest in your deck. As long as you control 4 or more 4 sacred beasts with different names, this card and 4 sacred beasts you control gain swiftness, flying, and barrier.
Oh, right. So you need 4 more sacred beasts. So this is part of the reason why I thought Prisha could actually be pretty crazy, because like this card can actually give everyone barrier and swiftness. And it's like
And
that's
flying.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty strong because you potentially have 4 sacred beasts in your hand that you're tapping a resonator, put in for free, put him in, which essentially guarantees you a 4 sacred beasts, just a brand new one into the field, and then once you have 4 other ones in addition to Huayin Lan, just your stuff just has all that, swiftness,
Dude.
flying, barrier, in addition to also being buffed +2/+2
Yeah, I was
for
gonna say
him.
this guy's gonna be enormous.
In addition to being buffed by the regalia, in addition to being rebuffed by the rendition, if you're running that as well. All for 2.
Yeah, and the nice thing about him too is that he's basically like a 2 cost that gets 2 resonators. Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, it's insane though. It's really cool art though. Really cool art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, like this kind of stuff is why low key I think Prisha is gonna be like the best deck. Like, we totally went over this whole talking about cards in Vegas and stuff and what's gonna be the best deck, and like Prisha is a big contender. Like this guy is so good.
Oh yeah. Also, Alice is a 4 sacred beast, so
Yeah, that's right. I don't think you run her in. Well, maybe you do. I don't know.
You do.
She's a beast too, so she would gain. Hold on. If she's a 4 sacred beast and a beast, does that mean she gets +4/+4 per friendship counter?
Yes. Wait,
Man.
I don't know what the question is, but
Because
I'm trying to fix this.
well,
what?
Oscar is also like zoning out. If she counts as a beast and she counts as a 4 sacred beast, would she gain +4/+4 per friendship counter instead of the +2/+2?
Off of the regalia, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to. I want to see the regalia. before
Okay,
I
got
answer.
it.
That's all I was asking.
That'd actually be super interesting. Because she'd be like
Look
a
at that up, Oscar.
12/12,
Yeah.
just without it doing anything.
I don't know if it does actually. Just the wording of it.
Anyways, we can get back to that.
Oscar's the next one.
It's
Yep.
immediate.
Next one up is Royal Palace Guardian Mage Freya. It's a stranger. It's a 2 cost, a blue and a green, 700 wizard with quick cast. Enter. You may change all targets of target spell or ability that has 1 or more targets.
That's really, really strong.
It's pretty
That's
good.
pretty
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Because this does what no other card has done in Force Will, which is multi-target spells redirection. So if someone has a card that's like say, which one is it? Is it, I forget, whoever's Master Rune it is or whatever, that's like, oh, deal 1,200, then 800, then 400, then 200.
This is Master Rune.
Yeah. You could in response, pay 2 and play this and redirect every single one of those instances.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the other cards still redirected those.
Nope.
No. It did like single target to single target. Was that how it worked? I don't remember either.
Did we lose him?
Huh?
I think. Are you back?
What?
Are you back?
You cut out.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah, you 100% died.
Well, it shouldn't
But
matter on my end for the recording.
Super strong 2-cost quick cast, obviously, attached to a 7/7 body. Like this is super redonkadonk potentially.
I think it's strong. I don't know about like redonkulonk being the right word for it, because it just makes it sound like it's, like I'm going to do it all the time. It's
Didn't we just go over the podcast, Oscar, saying that Colin literally just does hyperbole?
No. That's for separate stuff. Every deck that can run this in the Stranger deck is running this in the Stranger deck.
So like what machines?
No, anything that's blue or green.
Like machines. I don't agree. It's like redonkadonk and that strong.
Yeah.
Like
Until you go to the GP and you play something from Fuji and you're like, oh.
And I get two for 1.
I wonder if it works on Fuji's Mastering that separates into 3 piles.
No, because I don't think that targets anything.
Does not? Does it say target opponent?
I don't remember.
But
Look that up too.
no, it's fine. It's not big.
No, I'm looking it up now.
And it has to be legal targets too, right? Like if I had a card that says
Yeah.
target opponent's resonators, then if you played this card, you're still targeting your own resonators, but you can just switch the targets it's on. You couldn't switch targets to my resonators.
Yeah.
Stuff's big.
But by the way, I will agree with Colin that I feel like people would play this if they had a Stranger deck that's blue and green.
Oh yeah, no, I see it being played. I'm not saying it's not going to get played. It's just like it's not obviously not going to happen.
Colin, my issue is like the other card that was pretty strong that was like this. I feel like didn't see a lot of play, so that's why I feel like this might not see that much play either. That's my only issue. But imagine being able to redirect. I don't know if this can redirect. Yokai Festival.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's stuff it's not going to be able to redirect.
Well, no,
where did that even come from? I never even mentioned that.
No, I just think about like what decks it would be good against and stuff.
I thought a
like,
spell can't work on.
No, I was just
never
curious.
said
I was thinking about cells it would work on, and I was like, well, what about Yokai Festival? That'd be
And then
pretty
you came
awesome.
out with what it didn't work on. I'm so confused.
Well, I didn't know. That's why I was asking you guys. I literally said I don't know if this
is
works
like
on.
these always go for about an hour each time.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. Anyways,
It is. That's Oscar's joke right now.
I don't think it's my fault. I think you guys are getting into as much of it as I am. All right, let's go to the next card.
Joey.
Marybell, type 0. Here's the big one. She is a 2-cost, green and a blue Regalia machine, mythic. Your jailer gains barrier. Rest, produce 2 wills in any combination of blue or green. Spend this will and play God's Arts abilities, Strangers or Sword Arts. Play 0. This card becomes a 1,000 resonator until end of turn. Play this ability only if there is a soul counter on this card.
He missed. It's not tap 0. It's just 0. It's just a passive ability.
I didn't say tap.
He corrected. Yeah, you started with tap.
Well, yeah,
and
just in case anyone
corrected
misinterpreted. I'm just
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
verifying for people.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome Regalia.
It's super strong. Yeah.
I'm just curious how consistently people can land the soul counters on, with only 2 ways to put it on.
Oh, super.
What's the second way to put it on?
Machina.
Oh, because you can put any kind of counter on stuff.
Yeah, Machina, but I think the Marybell is consistent enough because she can discard herself, and there's also the potentially drawing 4 cards and discarding her to get her in the graveyard, and I think there's enough paths that
I mean,
it's not going to be a big deal.
There's a I agree with Colin more, especially because there's the
I don't know if I disagreed with us.
draw 3 card. No. Oscar said he doesn't know how difficult it would.
Well, yeah, he didn't make a statement. It was difficult. He just said he didn't know.
Right, and I feel like we're like lining up ways that it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's and in addition to it, ignoring those parts, its passive ability of giving your J ruler barrier is really solid.
I'm not
in
even
addition to.
No, I was just thinking. I'm not even sure if there's a way to kill a J ruler that has barrier. Is there?
Yes.
Brunhild's,
Lancelot. Lancelot can get rid of the barrier, so you can kill it. He doesn't kill himself, but he gets rid of the barrier.
Yeah, that's a good point. That sounds really difficult. What is Brunhild's master in?
Kill everything.
It's destroy all J resonators too.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Kill everything.
Yeah. Well, no one plays Brunhild's master in.
Yeah.
It's getting this.
think
And
Well,
it's
they don't play
getting,
Brunhild really either.
Yeah.
and it's getting
That's
all
interesting.
it's getting all the passive abilities from all the other cards in this set of giving Marybell type 0 barrier and fly. I don't even remember everything it gave it. So like, this could be like really really good because it's potentially just a 2-cost 1,000 that reverts back at the end of each turn, so you can't necessarily destroy it as easily as you would a normal resonator.
Wait, Oscar, you were talking about Brunhild's master, right? The Odin's judgment.
Right.
Judgment.
Oh, Judgment, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't target a J resonators.
I think you're thinking of the other card, Oscar. There's another one.
But
But
what am I thinking of? Now it's bothering me.
there's a 5-cost yellow or something like that, I think. That does something
I
similar.
have no idea. Lancelot, I agree that might be easier, but I feel like that'd be really hard to actually kill Machina after doing that. Like,
Well, I'll just give it an option. I'm not saying like that's.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's a good way counter though, because Lancelot wipes their entire field and loses all their abilities. So wipes their field and leaves their J ruler vulnerable to attack if you have precision or if it's rested. Because machines can get pretty big.
but do you think Lancelot could do that versus like another Lancelot stuff, like versus like a blue deck? Like maybe he would get countered by Erendite or something. Because like Marybell would be in a machine deck and stuff, so I'm just curious.
Yeah,
That'd be super interesting.
mirror matches will be interesting,
Yeah, I have
especially
no
like
idea what
old
I'm
machines
talking
versus
about.
new machines. If you're trying to find a destroy all J resonators card.
Yeah, I guess I was wrong. Completely wrong.
You
I
know,
think that does kill it.
You
does
know-
target.
that one card, right? That gives stuff the new final battle card. Would that kill J resonators because it minuses 1,000?
Yeah. Yep.
Or it minuses.
If it hits J rulers as well, then yeah, it 100% will kill.
I don't know
Because it
if
doesn't
does.
target. That's a blanket effect.
That's interesting. Anyways, yeah, we should get to the next card. This is a
Next up, we got
Super
Nameless
shit.
Night. It's a blue-yellow 6/6 Knight of the Round Table. Another Knight of the Round Table support. And to remove target Darkness Resonator from the game, your opponent pays 2 void more to play activate abilities of Resonators they control. Whenever a stranger enters the field under your control, you may pay light. If you do, put this card from your graveyard into your hand.
Is this good?
This is super good,
Oh.
I think. This is a solid Knight of the Round Table.
Oh, she's a knight of the round table.
Yeah, I'm just like loving. Like I'm looking at Knights of the Round Table and all these like, my sword, and she like this,
See, this is what Knights of the Round
She's
Table.
the Paragon of Light because she removes darkness stuff.
This is what Knights of the Round Table should have had at the very beginning. They would have been a lot more
Yeah.
popular.
This is a good counter for specific deck archetypes become big. This is a good way to keep them in check as well with that passive ability. The enter effect, is obviously going to be hit or miss, but you're playing her for the second effect, not
Yeah.
the first or third effect.
yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oscar?
So I was just looking at some of the words on the card. Next up is Healing Gimmick. It's Stranger. It's 0 cost, 200, 600. Machine. Banish this card. You gain 1,000 life. Draw a card. It has to pay a blue and a green and remove a machine in your graveyard from a game. Put this card from your graveyard into your hand. Play this ability only if your J/ruler is Machina. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. I think this guy's fascinating. Like, because like we always say, like, oh, you can't win with life gain, but I mean, if you kind of loop this guy like 1 or 2 times, you know.
Especially for 0.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a 0 cost void, so you can put this in any deck you want. And it's a utility card, so it works in any deck technically. Because it's straight up just a 0/2/6 that you banish and gain life and draw a card. That's like...
Oh, you draw a card off this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even realize drawing a card. That's actually crazy, like, really, really, like, end game where like you're starting to kind of grind out top decking or something, or trying to find something. It's like this guy, you can loop him like 2 or 3 times during a turn, draw 3 cards, gain 3,000 life. Like that's kind of gross.
Yeah,
I think it's really good, especially because that one edition looks for a 2 cost or less. So this could be what you're grabbing to throw back in the field.
oh yeah,
this could even. I kind of have to agree with Colin. Like this could see play in just decks that don't want to, just stranger decks that are like, oh, I play Regalia, I get this guy, I'm just going to play him and draw a card. It's like, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
0 costs are dangerous. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
So we got a reprint of Legatus, the Mechanical City, which is machine control gain 2/2. You could tap to get rid of stuff. Really solid. I played it in all my machine decks.
It was bad back in the day, but I think it's pretty good now.
And then Machine Lab of Legatus, 2 cost addition machine. Enter a target machine with total cost 0 less on your graveyard into the field. So this is what we had mentioned briefly. Use the old Guinevere machine combined with this. And if you have one of these in your graveyard, then you play this, and and when it targets the machine in your graveyard, in response you banish this one with Guinevere's effect into the graveyard, which puts counters on Guinevere. And then the other one enters the field. And it enters and targets this machine in the graveyard, and in response to a target, you trigger Guinevere again, and you can do that literally infinitely until Guinevere's, a million attack, a million defense, or whatever you want. And if Vivian happens to be on the field, she's just sitting there like just passively. And so hopefully they fix that. Yeah, that's a combo that is pretty crazy with that reprint.
Yeah, I think there's no way this is gonna stand. Like,
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just too easy to loop. Too many like searches.
Who's
searching
next?
Joey.
Joey. All right,
Yeah.
Joey.
Wanderer in the Nightmare Land. It's Alice. Pretty exciting. 3 cost, 2 black and a blue. 800. That's what I meant. Whatever. Resonator Wanderer, enter. Choose a number. Your opponent banishes a Resonator with total cost equal to that number. If this card was awakened, your opponent banishes all Resonators with total cost equal to that number instead, and you choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. Awakening, remove 3 Resonators in your graveyard from the game.
So I feel like this is slightly underwhelming.
I thought the same thing too, personally. But,
like, it's okay, but like, it's good against say machine decks that are going to be generating tokens.
I mean, I think it's pretty playable against a lot of different decks. Like being able to like wipe out things that will have barrier is like definitely a plus, or things that have eternal like Zeus Alice's and stuff, or Marybell type 0, or I don't know, machine spam maybe, if that becomes like a deck. Like there's like the Awakening is definitely not too big of a cost, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. No. It's
I guess I want to see kind of where it goes within like Wanderer. I'm thinking about like the what's her name? Blue black ruler right now. From the Star deck. What's her name? Why can't Valentina. Her Resonator. Remember it like was like 1 void less for every card in your discard pile, or Resonator in your discard pile. So it's like these cool little things. It's like working with that. I feel like Makes me want to like go build some sort of wanderer deck just to tinker with it.
Well, she would be the ticket because she's a wanderer. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll definitely say my after thinking about it a little bit and like running through stuff, she's a little bit better than I thought. Like banishing, force them to banish stuff is a lot more powerful, and yeah,
Potentially, yeah. If she's awakened. We got our reprint of Battle Actors Remora, Magic Stone Deepwood, reprint of Remote Control Beast, which will be bonkers in this machines, like I mentioned before, because the token generation, so he'll pretty much always be free, just a free 8/8 machine. And then Marybell's work, which is a 5-cost quick cast. For some reason, I don't remember this being quick cast, but
yeah, it was quick cast.
Mm-hmm.
you may pay 1 void less for each machine you control, and it's draw 2 cards. So there's a good chance this is just a free draw 2 cards, and then it would happen a lot where you just play this, draw 2 cards. There's one of these in there, so you play it again and draw 2 more cards.
Is Machina a machine? I don't remember if we keep. Huh?
He's human.
He's human.
We talked about this last time. He's
I
human,
remember.
but Arthur is a machine. On his front.
Yeah. And then the last reprint is Remote Control Golem, which is a 10 void 20/20 machine. You pay 1 void less to play this card for each machine control. This card cannot be destroyed. I always love this card, especially the art and stuff like that. This is one of my favorite machines. I put it in like all my machine decks. So I'm excited to have this guy back.
Yeah, it's also be cool to see like proper full art of this, just like whoosh, no borders either.
This guy's pretty cool.
Was there not a proper full art of this?
Borders have changed since then. They would have the little border. Was it an SR or I don't know anymore. I'm pretty sure it did.
I remember. I have full arts of it. I guess if it was in CFC, no, it was BFA.
Yeah, it's BFA.
So it should be 4. I should have 4. Yeah. I got 4 textures of it, so I'll just use them rather than 4 texture.
Well,
but yeah, so that's all the cards for the set, right? Am I missing any?
Well, I think there's a few that just never got posted that were just reprints, but that's about it. It's just more reprints that just didn't get covered.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's some
I think
Gorgons. And
I think
stuff
it's
like
pretty.
that.
And yeah, I just looked at
crazy
it.
stuff.
It's proper full art on that card, meaning there's no border on it. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So that's real quick. So now that we've seen all the spoilers, your overall thoughts on the set?
Hold on, I want to talk about this one more time. Yeah, no, it's better. The attack and defense are on the side. It's back when it used to have it at the bottom.
Yeah, no, 4 texture's better.
I'm saying the full art where it's truly full art is better.
No, there's literally no world where a 4 that's not texture is better than the textures.
I could feel that
Did
texture.
we?
to my
Hey,
sleeve.
hey, Oscar.
We'll put them side by side, and you see mine are probably even printed nicer. I bet you, because the texture means it goes through a different printer head, so it's probably got to use a nicer, darker ink and stuff. But we'll compare them. I'll have them out when we open.
Sure, it's going to be so much better.
It will be.
Did we ever bring up this like Majin Brutal card or whatever it does? Is that like a new card?
I have no idea.
I don't know what you're saying.
There's in our chat. There's a card called Majin Brutal that it does like it reduces something by 3 cost. It's like 1,000. Destroys all resident with 0 attack or less or something.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. We aren't gonna worry about it.
Oh, I see it now.
Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I guess I don't know if we ever talked about it.
Doesn't matter. We're not talking about it now. That's all for today, right, guys?
No. So, what are your guys' overall thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
On the
Machines
set as a whole.
Machines got a lot stronger throughout the entire set. Like I was not excited about them, and then they just kept getting like more and more interesting and like synergistic cards printed. And it's like, and then Marybell's work is like was a really good card back in the day for machines, and now it's like really good too. I am glad they didn't reprint Martial Machines. That would have been just
They printed
disgusting.
a version of it though, kind of.
Yeah, but it's not free.
Yeah, it wasn't free. Yeah.
That's irrelevant when it's a sword art, isn't it?
I don't remember what
Probably.
card it was.
If it's a sword, it's free. You guys got to get out of here with this. There's no free stuff.
It's not.
Start taking
It's like 4 or 5 costs
You
though.
only get one per turn.
It's like 4 or 5. No, Oscar, all the sword
We
arts are
literally
free.
have token generation and machines that are stronger than machines we've ever had before, and a card that's essentially free that gives everything +2/+2 in swiftness. We don't need Martian Machines at that point. It's if you put this against an old machine deck that has Martian Machines, this new deck beats it every time.
Well, no,
That's-
but
that's
my
what I'm
point
getting.
is that sorry, my point was that I was looking for that stupid
I
card.
feel like I need to hone this in. Oscar, so if out of 10, what would you give the first set from this cluster as reference?
Let me think for a second.
Alright.
First set of the cluster.
Why do you think, Joey? Do you know the first set
The first set, like, I don't know,
of this cluster?
I'd say 7.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. So what would you guys give this set now after all the spoilers?
I'd go to an 8.
Give it like a
An
7,
eight.
7.5.
Definitely a better set.
Yeah.
Definitely better.
Yeah, it's a lot more
Yeah, I
interesting.
feel like this one's a lot better than the first time around. I still, I think they've definitely went overboard with power levels, but I'm happy to see like some of the. Once again, contrary to belief, I'm not against reprints. I'm against plethora of reprints. So I really am excited for mainly like Remote Control Golem and Marybell's work. Because those were like solid themes in my machine deck, so I'm excited
Same
to.
here.
I'm probably not going to play this new machine deck, but I'm going to definitely put these in my current machine deck and alter that a bit. I'm not a huge fan of the new theme that's all around Marybell type 0. Like it's super strong, but it's not my cup of tea. I like how my deck is. So I'm thinking I'm going to modify it with remote.
I like
control and stuff.
my tea. I don't like other people's teas.
Oh yeah.
They're reprinting Ratatosker, and he was so fun.
Oh yeah, I guess we should. Ratatosker is gonna make that. I think that's the thing that puts Beast like.
That's no way. Ratatosker was never like the.
No,
That's
I think a
shitty.
one drop that makes all your beasts have quick cast in this format. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Also, beast you control cannot be targeted by spells or abilities during your opponent's turn, which is also so good. Yeah.
Which is weird they
I
didn't
forgot about
errata that to say your beast gain barrier during your opponent's turn, but
Too lazy.
So yeah, you guys agree that this is a better set.
It's definitely
overall
more
than the first
interesting.
one.
Yeah, more interesting set.
Do you
And it has the pressure art has really not been good though. That's my only issue with it, or like one of my issues with it. It's been so
like Prisha
disappointing.
herself.
Yeah, like Prisha's art
Yeah,
herself has
I
just
agree.
been so bad on like all of them.
The Huanglong and stuff and some of the beasts. And stuff.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about
But
Prisha's
yeah, like
art.
that bath time one or whatever is and stuff like
Like
that. Yeah.
Super Beast Burning Rush actually looks pretty good. Nice.
But yeah, no, it's overall pretty interesting set. I mean,
I think
I
next
don't know.
set will be even better because usually, with the exception of last cluster, third set's usually pretty crazy. So we got the
Yeah.
craziest of things.
I don't think it's enough for me to buy multiple boxes like I used to yet. But yeah, hopefully by next set, like I feel like they're still getting the hang of like how to design a small set. Because I think these combined with the reprints and the memorials and all that stuff, I don't think they understand how to design a small set. But they might be getting closer to figuring it out. So maybe by either next set or near the end of the cluster, they might figure it out, especially going into the next cluster, how that should all work. But yeah, we'll see though power levels and all that. But they've introduced some interesting new stuff overall. But yeah,
So yeah.
thanks guys for coming in. I guess we're just leaving. Bye.
Well, we went over our stuff.